Zoobidoo, zoobidoo. She was cold as ice, and that was a dream. She was cold as ice. Yes. Welcome to the Jim Parker Show, where the news is the news, political news, gaming news, movie news. You get it here, all on the Jim Parker Show. My name is Bubba Zumba Back. And now for the man of the hour, Jim Parker. Yes. Okay, yes. Thank you, people. Thank you once again. We're here at the Jim Parker Show. The Jim Parker Show, the only radio show that knows everything and does everything and specializes in nothing but the greatest. The greatest in coverage of world news, gaming news, you name it. We name it. I mean, Ray, is there nothing that we don't cover?
Well, sir, I mean, there is a few things we don't cover. Like, we don't cover porn, and we don't cover things like, well, there's things like Mother's Day. We don't never cover things like that. We don't never cover things like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that we really just don't ever really cover, sir.
Just shut up, Ray. Gosh. Why do you always go on some tangent? Really? I mean, it's not even called for.
Well, God, sir, you asked me a question. I was just answering for you.
Well, Ray, maybe I made a mistake even asking you. Anyway, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got some stuff for you today. As you know, this is the Jim Parker Show. We're here on iHeartRadio, and of course, I have many other things that I have going on. My TV show, which has been kind of on still stone for a while here, but we're getting back onto it as soon as Mr. Gerald Harris, Toxic Radio, Toxic Funk, Tracklight Entertainment. Yes, but that's being brought to you by Tracklight Entertainment and the Jim Parker Show being brought to you here by Ghetto Gaming. TJ Quick and the Ghetto Gaming Network. So, well, people, we got a lot of news for you today. A lot of gaming news.
Oh, yes, sir. A lot of gaming news. A lot of good stuff in gaming today. We've been playing some games.
Yes, we have, Ray. A lot of great games, and games that I have to tell you right now, peoples, the gaming world is just getting phenomenal. It's getting, I mean, just ridiculous. Bubba, what the? Bubba, boom, go Super Bowl, yeah. And I'm gonna play me a video game. I'm gonna play that game, that new game, Dark Souls 3 at the Super Bowl. That's all I gotta say on that. Bubba, really? Really, Bubba, you've been missing for what, weeks now? Now you decide to show up in the recording. Is he in the recording booth?
Yes, sir, he's in the recording booth.
Bubba, you know the police are looking for you. I'm getting in trouble. I got the FBI on my ass right now because of you. Okay, so we need to get some things straight with whatever you did at that little slumber party 3 shows back and everything. These guys are they're really on me here, Bubba. Oh, don't you know about it? I ain't going to the boat. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I ain't talking about no guns. I didn't do nothing. I didn't smother no girl to death. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't say you did, Bubba. Why? Well, you saying you killed somebody. Is there something you're not telling us?
I think, sir, he's telling you. Ray,
I got this under control, thank you. We'll get to you later, Bubba. I got a show to run here. Make sure that recording set level is going on. We got some guest people on the show today. I believe we have the one of a guest that was here years ago, people. And she's back on our show again. She's a country. I think her name is Jenkins, Mrs. Jenkins, or something like that. And Isabel Jenkins.
Isabel Jenkins, yes, sir, that's right, Isabel Jenkins.
Well, it shows here. It's Miss Jenkins, but I guess it is Isabel Jenkins. Okay, so so she's going to be on the show today. There's great chances that she might be doing some of the intro singing work for our show. She's been on the show way back in the day. She's country. I love country. I love all you country hicks out there. I mean, not like hicks, but you know what I mean. Country bunkins, whatever. But anyway, so we got a lot of stuff that's going on in the news, a lot of political stuff happening, a lot of gaming news happening. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm going to have to go into my thesis of what's going on with America. Good grief! We got this craziness going on with the Republican, the GOP, Donald Trump, daggum Ted Cruz are fighting like dogs. Can't we all just get along? Can we all just get along? I came up with that saying so many years ago.
And sir, you didn't come up with that saying. That was Rodney King.
Rodney King took that from one of my shows from back in the day, and that's why Rodney King. I should have been famous for that. It was my words. I'm the one that came up with it.
Well, sir, that's not according to what they say, and they say that it was Rodney King who came up with that.
What the?
Let it die.
Who the hell? Does he chime in all the time? Who is that guy?
I don't know, sir. He's just a guy that comes and I guess he kind of says stuff when things happen. And he's actually a great singer. It's like Rick James.
Rick James? What? Hey, buddy. When I need you to chime in, you chime in when I say chime in. You don't just chime in just to be chiming in. This isn't my freaking radio show. The Jim Parker Show. That's who I am, buddy. Jim Parker. So anyway, I'm done with these people. That's ignoramus. You're a maroon is what you are. Okay. So, in the latest news today, people, there was an earthquake in Ecuador just a few days back here, past weekend. Over 38 counted so far dead. It's a tragedy. Very major tragedy. This earthquake was about 7.8 on the Richter scale. Very high, very destructive, very crazy. And we better watch it right here in good old California here, because we're on the daggum the equator, and that kind of stuff can happen here too. So not that it's going to happen where I'm at, because I have a lot of safe zones, but the earthquake in Ecuador, as a lot of you people are already aware of, was very drastic. It was very destructive. It took down lights, the lighting. It was dark for days. Even when the sun came out, it was dark. So it's just crazy. So we have that in the news, but also, as you guys have been noticing in the polls, we're a little late on some of this stuff. As you know, in Wisconsin, or I believe it was Colorado, Mr. Ted Cruz took that win there.
Yes, he did, sir. He took the win, and a lot of people are saying that it was a rigged gig.
But what do you mean a lot of people are saying? You mean Donald Trump is saying that? Donald Trump says that it was rigged because he didn't win. Okay? But you can say that about a bunch of other states where Donald Trump won, or Ted Cruz won, and Donald Trump took most of the delegates. This whole thing is becoming delegates, people. It's all about the delegates. And the GOP is just grasping, hoping, wishing, can't wait for a daggum convention, broker convention. Because they think, once they get the broker convention, that they're going to get to pick the nominee. And the hell with all your people's votes. Who cares what you people thought about? Who cares who you guys think is the best for this country as a president and everything? All your votes are meaningless. Because the GOP decided that they think that everything's better the way they think, and they've even said it online. Well, it's really the delegates that pick the nominee, and that's the way it's always been. And Lincoln was chosen this way. Why do you guys always go all the way back to daggum Abraham Lincoln when you guys want to justify something? It's not the same anymore. People are woken up and they're smelling the coffee, you fatheads. They're starting to smell what the John Parker's cooking. Another good saying I came up with.
Sir, no, that was The Rock that came up with that saying. It's what the Rock is cooking from the WWE, the WE, or the Ray, must you always
come in and ruin my moment? Can I just have one moment that's me? Huh? I give you your moments, Ray. Give me mine. Let's get back to the news here. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, what's going on with the GOP and what's going on with all this craziness and this bickering going on between, within the GOP, the Republicans are fighting amongst the Republicans. When is it going to end, people? The true enemy, and let's just get this straight. The enemy is Hillary Clinton. Ted Cruz, okay, we get it. He was on frickin' Sean Hannity the other day talking about, the same stuff he always talks about. Well, I'm going to make it a better place. And me, as Ted Cruz, Donald Trump is always about Donald Trump. It's always about Donald Trump, and it's never about the American people. Donald Trump doesn't want to debate me because Donald Trump doesn't want to get in there and go over the real issues, and because he has no issues. And it's always Donald Trump. And Sean Hannity's trying to ask him a specific question. Hey, what do you think about this whole delegate thing and the process of smoozing delegates and stuff like that, when obviously the people are picking, the majority of the people are picking who they want, and yet they don't get their vote counted because, the smooshing of a delegate can be done. And what do you think about it? What are your thoughts on that, Ted? And Ted just kind of goes around the question, and he said, Sean, now, what we are facing here, this has all come from the Trump camp. Okay, the Trump camp is coming up with all this nonsense. It's just nonsense. And what it really boils down is to what I'm going to do for the country and how I'm going to make this country a better place. And Donald Trump is just bad for that. And it's constantly the same old thing from freaking Ted Cruz. Now, Ted Cruz, don't get me wrong, I like Ted Cruz, okay? He's a great conservative. I think he's going to be a great president if he ever becomes president. But you can't constantly be gnawing at Donald Trump every time somebody asks you a question. And everything he talks about, it's Donald Trump's name comes into it. Hey, Ted, what do you think about this lemonade? It's some great lemonade. Well, lemonade, let me tell you about the lemonade. Lemonade was created through the Trump organization. You can't trust it. Trump is lying to you. He's trying to tell people, Ted, I asked you about the lemonade. Why does Trump come into it? This is what Ted does every time. You can't talk about nothing else. Ted comes up with Trump every time. At least Trump knows when to speak about Ted, when he knows when it's time to speak about Ted. And when it's time to talk about his shiz, he talks about his shiz. His policies. Anyway, so will they unite at the end of this? It's hard to say. But if they don't, guess what, people? We're in big trouble. Because Hillary is barking and clawing and strangling people on her way to the top. Not to mention that she is in still a lot of big trouble because they're looking at really indicting this chick. Yes, sir, she really does look like she might be indicted. Yeah, well, that's what I just said. So, Hillary Clinton's not looking so great, but she did have come out with a big win in New York. So did Donald Trump. They came out huge. And Donald Trump, by the way, came up and redeemed himself and got all 95% of the delegates. He's in the big time running still for the 1236 or 1237, I guess, that you're supposed to have to win the nomination. And Ted Cruz, unfortunately, all Ted Cruz has now is the broker convention, which means that he's going to have to do all the smoozing that I guess a lot of people are starting to call crooked. But he's playing by the rules. He's doing what all the other flicking establishment people do. But he's getting in there and he's trying to steal these delegates out from underneath Trump by smoozing in them and talking to them. Some people are saying, well, why can't he just talk to him with his own, good wit, and get these delegates to come over? Why can't he do that? Well, it's because people don't work that way. They're bought, okay? They get taken out to dinners. They get taken out to restaurants, to movies. They get to fly on a jet. They get all the accommodations, hotels, everything. And everybody gets to enjoy good life for a few days. Well, what's not to like about that? Sure, I'll vote for you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you got my vote. I mean, yeah, sir. Well, I mean, a lot of people, conned you that way, too. I mean, that's how you got your job here today. Ray, shut up. What the hell are you talking